Hello viewers, this is Sushil here at my new video here. Friends, what you see on your screen is a panda who is quite heavyweight. Let it be a panda, a human body, a spaceship or a PowerPoint presentation, it is always desirable not to be heavyweight. In this video we are going to see how we can lightweight a PowerPoint presentation file. So let us get on to that with this presentation. In this presentation I have certain slides with high quality pictures inserted in it, and one by one I will be explaining you how we can make this PowerPoint presentation a lightweight file. As of now this presentation is 90.4 MB and we'll start with the first way of doing it. The first way is saving this as a PPT or PowerPoint presentation, which was pre-2007 PowerPoint version of file saving. PPT versus PPTX. PPTX is XML format of PPT, and so let us save this file as is where is as a PPT. So when I make it a PPT and say save, it gives me a warning here or a disclaimer wherein it says that most of the videos and the 3D models will be saved as a image if I proceed with this PPT file. And when I say continue, let me see what happens and what file size does it save as. So it has saved as 12.5 MB file size, and there itself we see about 8 times of file size reduction by saving it as a PPT. Friends, this is the first way of reducing the file size of PPTX to PPT. This is not recommended as it has got lot of disadvantages, since many times more the video files, the 3D models and many of the text and images get downgraded and into 2D images. The second way of downsizing this file is by saying file, save as. Here I am going to save it as pptx, but the only difference what I'm going to make here is I'm going to say tools, compress pictures, and once I'm here I can choose to delete the cropped areas of the pictures, and by default water compression happens, it will be applied to all pictures in the complete file. So here I have a choice to retain it as a high HD quality 330 ppi or 220 ppi, that is print quality, web quality of 150 ppi, email quality of 96 ppi, where ppi stands for pixels per inch, or I can choose to use default resolution. If I choose default resolution, the file size will remain same. If I choose to have it as web 150 ppi, it will go and save there. When I choose this, I will choose it as PowerPoint presentation 1 and save it. So I have chosen to compress all the images, and let me see what is the file size here. So the file size here has got reduced to 82.1 MB from 90.6 or 90.4 MB. So there is a reduction of about 12 MB. The presentation has been saved as a compressed pictures file. So this is the second way. Let's get on to the third way now. In the third way, one can crop an image. I will choose this first image. I'm going to crop it. I double clicked it. I say crop. I chose only the elephant to stay here and subsequently crop it. So if I double click it again and say crop, I'll be able to see the portion of the image which has been cropped but not deleted or purged. So let us go on to the next option or the same option. I say compress pictures, and here I say apply only to this picture, and the second option, delete cropped area of the pictures. The web 150 ppi which I had chosen there stays here, and so I'm going to retain it as it is, but now I'm going to say delete cropped areas of the pictures, that is this picture, and apply only to this picture. When I say OK and I double click it and say crop, now I can make out the surrounding area which was cropped has been removed. Now if I say file save, I'm going to overwrite this. Once it is saved, let me check how much reduction in the size has happened, and here you see it has been reduced to 82.1 MB. So there hasn't been a substantial reduction with this one image getting cropped, but subsequently if I crop all the remaining images in this file, I may get a substantial reduction in the file size. So let me crop all the images in this presentation file. So once I have cropped all these images, now I can say double click on this picture, say compress picture, and here I choose apply all pictures, and then I say web 150 ppi is the resolution that I require to save it as, and I say okay. All the images with their croppings cleared with their original file images surrounding the crop area have been cleared. Let us check randomly, and there it is. Once it is done, if I say file, save as, or if I say save, I'll overwrite the same file, and after I saved it, let us check what is the file size now. So there it is. So it is 81.8 MB now with the cropped areas removed, right? So we learned how to compress the images first, and then choose how to crop the images to the required size. Now let us get on to the next way of reducing the file size. It is way number 4. Here I'm going to explain you the 3D models which are being used in the PowerPoint presentations. Like what we see on the screen, the dinosaur is a 3D model, and if it is not required, 3D models are always desired but not always essential to have in the presentation. Then convert it into a 2D image. So I'm going to make a 2D image of this. I'm going to grab it and I'm going to replace it in the PowerPoint presentation. So I have introduced the 2D image. Here it is, the 2D image has replaced the 3D model. By doing so, I am going to save certain size in the PowerPoint presentation. So that was the fourth way of doing it. Now, let us go to the next way. It is always desirable and essential to use animated GIF file because animated GIF files are always very lightweight and they convey the message very easily to the recipients of the PowerPoint presentation. So you see, this is the watchful cat GIF that has been introduced into the PowerPoint, inserted into the PowerPoint presentation. It is only 51 KB. So by using this animated GIF, one can create an effect of communicating the message to the recipients or the audience very easily. Now let us go to the sixth way of reducing the PowerPoint presentation file size. Here in this slide number 9 that is on your screen, there is a video inserted in here, and the original video was MP4 size. We see a lot of audiences there watching the hot air balloon show. Fine. So friends, how do we downsize a PowerPoint presentation with a video file? First way of doing it is, and always a preferred way is, always link a PowerPoint presentation with a video file either at your computer or your server or on a cloud. This can be used, or this should be used, only when the recipient of the PowerPoint presentation, the audience, have got access to that location of the video file. So in this case, I am going to link this text lightweight hot air balloon with a link to the video file. So video file is very much on my computer. Hot air balloon 050119.mp4 is the file. I am going to text for display is lightweight hot air balloon. I am going to change it to hot air balloon, and this will be a screen tip that will be available for the user to see on screen. I'm going to say OK, and the hyperlink has been created to hot air balloon. So now if I choose to click this, I press Ctrl and I click this, the video file opens up as a link, and it is always preferred to have it as a link. I'm going to mute it so that I can continue with my talk. So a PowerPoint presentation with a linked MP4 or video file is always preferred. It always reduces drastically the file size. Now, in case if the audience or recipient of this PowerPoint PPTX file does not have access to the location of this video, then the first way of linking the video is not feasible. The next way is to use a proper cropped video, and by cropping a video one can save the file size. Let us double click onto this and the crop option appears here on the screen. There is other way. One can right click onto this and say format video. In the format video one can choose the cropped area here. Right now the picture position and the crop position both are same. After cropping this will change. So let us crop this video by the first method. I go onto the video, I double click it, I say crop, and then I choose to crop it from the bottom so that the audience get cropped up. So apart from cropping the file, there is another way wherein one can go to this file and say insert. Now in case I already showed you how to link it, the second way is if I say video, insert a video from online video. It is always preferred to have a link to an online video. So if at all you don't have access to provide to your recipient on your machine or on a server or on a cloud, you can do it through some kind of website or locations like YouTube channel. So either you can click online videos and give a link over there to that video so that the file size will be drastically reduced, because embedding a video file increases the file size a lot. So as I was describing, preferred way is to provide a link. Other way is to crop down the file size of the video, and another way of doing is to use a video format which is lesser in file size. So as I showed you, this was an MP4 file, and it was about 47.8 MB. I have another version or another format of the same video file which is AVI, and it is 6.72 MB. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the MP4 file embedded into the presentation and embed the AVI file in its place. So I'm going to choose this and delete it. I'm going to remove the hyperlink here because, as I said, my recipients don't have access to this. So I'll say remove the hyperlink, or let me edit it later on. Fine. Right now I'll show you how to embed the AVI file. So insert video on this device, and as I said, on my device I have the AVI file here. I'm going to insert it. Once it is inserted, it's done. Now I can choose to play this file from here, and as you see, the quality of the file has not deteriorated in any way. So choosing a right format of the video file is very much essential to ensure the file size of the presentation drastically reduces. Going to the next option, I see here is one of the images of my earlier videos that I had prepared on Zoom slide utility in PowerPoint. All those who have missed out that presentation or that video, I insist you go and have a look at it, and I have taken an image from there. Now, anytime an image is inserted in a PowerPoint presentation, one can choose the format of the image file which can be, or which is essential to be inserted or embedded. Now I have got three images here: insert zoom.bmp, .jpg and .png of the same insert zoom file. Now bitmap is a favorite format in picture mode of lot of users, but let me tell you, bitmap files are most of times uncompressed files, or even if they are compressed, data reduction in it. So you see the file here is 2.63 MB, whereas the JPEG file is 122 KB and the PNG is 501 KB. So at present, in the presentation, this is the BMP file that has been inserted. I am going to replace it with another one. So I say pictures and I say from this device, I'm going to insert that picture, but before that, I'm going to delete this BMP file. So here, use file format with optimum size and avoid BMP format when not required. That is the message in this slide. So I say pictures from this device and I say insert zoom JPG, that is 122 KB, and I don't see any deterioration in the clarity of the image. So I will replace the BMP file with JPG file. So in this slide we have learned that we have to choose a proper image file format to avoid exaggerating or having a PowerPoint presentation with large size. Friends, let us go on to the next way of saving the size or reducing the size of the PowerPoint presentation. In this presentation, we have certain slides here which are seen in hidden mode, that is slide number 11 and 12. You see they have strike through here because they are hidden. So many times when a presentation is made, there are many WIP slides which later on are of no consequence and are redundant and useless in the presentation. So it is recommended that these files or these slides are chosen and deleted so that the unwanted slides don't remain in the PowerPoint presentation, and subsequently the PowerPoint becomes clean, tidy, and it is purged to the required size. So once this is done, I am going to the next way of reducing the PowerPoint slide or presentation size. Many a times the inserted pictures are either changed in their content or their appearance, like I have done just now. I have edited it, I have done some correction. If I change the contrast or brightness of this, I introduce some artistic file image and so on. A person or the creator of the presentation edits the images and the PowerPoint presentation. Such kind of additions which are not of consequence and which are not required can be discarded. And once discarded, they cannot be written. How to do that? Let me explain you. So go to the file option, choose options, advanced setting, and in this we see image size and quality. So if I choose to discard editing data, all the data that I have been using for editing the presentation will be discarded, and the file once saved cannot be, or even before it is saved, once this option is run, it cannot be undone. So once you are sure that the presentation is complete and now that is the final presentation and nothing more is required to be edited in that, this option can be chosen. As of now, I'm not using this option. I'll use it at the last. Do not compress images in file. I have shown you by compressing the images how the PowerPoint presentation can be downsized. So if this is chosen, the compression will not be happening, and if I unchoose it and choose a proper pixels or PPI size here and then say OK, the images in the complete PowerPoint presentation will get compressed and the PowerPoint presentation size will reduce. So this is another way of reducing the PowerPoint presentation size. Discarding editing data, I will use it at the last of this video. Now, let me go to the next way of reducing the PowerPoint presentation size. I already explained you how to reduce the PowerPoint presentation size by deleting unwanted slides in the PowerPoint presentation. The same way, when you go to view and master slides or slide master, there may be number of slide masters which are being used in the PowerPoint presentation or which are available in the PowerPoint presentation, introduced into the PowerPoint presentation, which are not used anytime. So in such cases, choose the ones those are not used and delete them. So I'm going to delete this master. I have another one there. Again, I don't see this has been used anywhere in the PowerPoint presentation, so I'm going to delete this master. And once these masters are deleted, whatever remains, the single master file here is the one which is used in this PowerPoint presentation. Fine. So by deleting the unwanted or the extra PowerPoint presentation slide masters, one can reduce the size of the PowerPoint presentation. Now you can confirm that this master has been used in this PowerPoint presentation because the delete master option is not active here. So now you have got optimized slide masters in your presentation, and I exit out of this master view. Again, I go to the view, I go to the notes master, I check for any excess or redundant notes master, and if at all there are any, one can choose to delete them. Same way, there is handout master. One should check if there are any redundant masters in it and delete them accordingly. Though these options do not save exaggerated size of the file in PPT or PowerPoint, they do contribute a lot. The next way of saving onto the PowerPoint presentation size is by choosing a proper PowerPoint template and applying it to the design, the office theme, and the contents. If they are normalized and if they are made uniform all across the PowerPoint presentation or number of presentations, it gives value to the PowerPoint size by reducing the redundant inputs, or when such kind of presentations are converted into PowerPoint shows and video files, the file size don't get exorbitantly large. So by choosing a proper PowerPoint template and using them uniformly all across the PowerPoints, one can reduce the PowerPoint presentation size. Now let us go to the next way of reducing the PowerPoint presentation size by choosing the animations and transitions to the proper judicious way. So friends, here are the transitions and the animations that those can be chosen, and when a PowerPoint presentation is run as a slideshow, it saves not only the time but also the size of the PowerPoint presentation. So choose only the adequate, appropriate and required animations and transitions when a PowerPoint presentation is made. So with this approximately 16 or 17 ways of reducing a PowerPoint presentation slide or the PowerPoint presentation file size, let me come to the conclusive thing where I am going to say file, options, advanced, image size and quality, and as I said earlier, discard editing data is the option wherein the data which was used for editing different pictures in the PowerPoint presentation get purged and unwanted data is deleted. So all the pictures are restored to their original state and any edited data is discarded. So by choosing this, I am going to say OK, and this is the last thing that I am going to demonstrate you how to save the PowerPoint presentation file size. And now after everything is done, I am going to say save, and I'm going to overwrite onto the original presentation one. Let us go to the file explorer and check the size what we have derived by doing all these attempts of saving the file. So when we go to this option, we see original PowerPoint presentation now is 11 MB in size, and we have achieved approximately 9 times of file size saving by opting for all these choices. So viewers, as I have explained you, it's not very difficult to downsize the PowerPoint presentation. Only thing is you have to choose the right way and the right options to come to amicable solution. So downsizing is easy as explained and demonstrated in this video file. I hope you have liked it, you have understood it, and you will be able to implement all these options in your PowerPoint presentation henceforth. In case if you wish to see a video on any other topic apart from what you have been seeing all this time, please do let me know in the comments of the YouTube channel. I request you to watch all the videos by subscribing the channel, and not only view the videos but like, share and comment on the videos. I will be back with you soon with my next video. Till then, enjoy. Bye bye.